Enhancing the programs of BEAR. I am Deborah Reisdorf. I founded BEAR, Bully Awareness Resistance Education, in 2011, and I'm now chairman of the board. We're excited to be incorporating restorative practices and SEL in all of our programs. This course, Social Emotional Learning, is the fourth in my journey toward my master's degree. At BEAR, we have utilized social emotional learning in all aspects of our programs, and one of the most favored moments is when we introduce the students to the friend doctor. His primary teaching involves mindful thinking. He uses this question: does saying what I'm saying and the way I'm saying it let you feel good about you? It's a question we ask the students to think about before they think, do, post, or tweet. BEAR leadership clubs are for middle school students. It's a safe place for everyone. You see, every club is inclusive, provides a supportive environment for students who want to break the cycle of bullying in their school, their classrooms, and their communities. The leadership clubs is a great way for everyone to be a leader. You know, studies have shown that when someone steps up as an ally when they observe bullying behavior, the violence stops in less than 10 seconds. So stepping up as an ally is key, and it's what we teach students in how to be a leader and how to be an ally safely. So through self-awareness, we're teaching our students to stand tall, use the eye contact, gain confidence in themselves, and that takes them out of the bullying target zone. Now, leading them in how to act out the skit of the always circle is the most memorable. Every single time we use this circle, the students remember the message most favorably. BEAR provides curriculum that is consistent with those SEL competencies. For example, we raise self-awareness by helping them understand who they are, gain confidence, and understand their body image so they can become leaders who can help others do the same. BEAR encourages self-management when we teach them to refrain from those hurtful behaviors that antagonize and embarrass others. We teach conflict resolution and help them engage with one another. Of course, we bring social awareness when we help them think about how their actions and their words impact those around them. Now, with the friend doctor, as I mentioned earlier, we enhance relationship skills, which includes new relationships. And it's even interesting to see how the parents like to learn these skills. Then, as the student engages throughout the school year with BEAR programs, they begin to develop as a whole person, and they discover how they fit into the world around them. This process encourages responsible decision making. BEAR leadership clubs in middle schools, well, they are most productive when they're student-led because the students learn and grow emotionally and socially. It's important that they're teacher energized because they need a teacher sponsor to provide structure, yet students lead. They're always parent approved because it's parents that bring us into the schools, and parents have to be engaged in the process. They are BEAR supported because we provide those SEL skills. We're going to provide RP resources and speakers like Eddie Newton, the modern day Elephant Man. And finally, we are community funded because we find local businesses to financially support the program. While these practices have been productive at BEAR, I've learned through your feedback and our joint learning how practices and standards can be strengthened so that the students' needs can be more readily met on a daily basis. See, together I see that we've discussed the importance of parent engagement and educator awareness in this whole process. See, it's not just a parent problem, it's not just a student or teacher problem. Bullying behaviors are a problem across all spectrums of life for students. So social emotional learning together with restorative practice gives that foundation that encourages positive behaviors and development to make the student whole. BEAR has been working to incorporate circles and informal conferencing in the clubs, but that process was slowed by COVID shutdown. Bear also provides professional development training for educators so they understand the value of circles in the classrooms. But sadly, not all educators are convinced that they have a relationship or a bullying problem. And while I've examined current practices and standards, compared to the Cassell article of the missing piece, we were right to change the focus of our programs from bullying to teaching empathy and mindful behavior several years ago. So the research studies that I've been reading through this class have clearly showed that bullying prevention programs that do include SEL are most effective. Social emotional skills are most likely to reduce bullying behaviors and incidents when they are integrated into a comprehensive multi-component program as BEAR has instigated. There are 2 article journals that I found most helpful in this regard. In the articles authored by Smith and Lowe from 2013, entitled The Role of Social Emotional Learning in Bullying Prevention Efforts, I found confirmation that the SEL programming showed improved attitudes about school, self, and others, more connection to school, positive social behavior, which is our primary goal, and reduced conduct problems and less emotional distress. In fact, that study reflected an 11% improvement in academic achievement as well. Now, in the DeVecca and Brackett matter of 2020, that article, Rethinking School-Based Bullying Prevention, they used a bioecological perspective. Basically, they acknowledged how the quality of care of newborns impacted a student's stress regulation system into adolescence. And they discussed the value of learning self-control from the very point of an infant. These roots of pro-social development begin at infancy. So parents are the first teachers and remain an important part of that development of students and behavior regulation. That is why we engage in parent training in all grades. As we have been learning about the mindset of SEL as a school standard, I was excited to see that social and emotional learning is in fact important in all grades. It was interesting that standards were focused in preschool and early elementary school, whereas BEAR has focused in middle schools and high schools because that's where the most bullying occurred. It was also exciting to see that the researchers, in fact, encouraged the incorporation of resources from nonprofits such as BEAR. We're at bearthebully.org. But together, we can implement SEL across all environments, including families, communities, as well as the schools. And there is certainly much work to do. Our parent training has been successful, I know, because it has been our most requested program. Parent training, I think, will be more impactful now in light of the COVID issues with our parents dealing with kids at home. We aim to empower parents who are confident in teaching their children the social emotional learning with a variety of projects and interactions, and at all ages, even adolescents. I think the book will help with that. Consider with me, what are the benefits of everyone working together on a family dinner? There's communication about what to fix, how to fix it. There are decisions to be made, and you need to consider each individual family member's desires. There is a job for everyone, from setting the table, chopping veggies, to eating the food. And everyone feels significant. Then happiness and tranquility reigns, ideally. Then there's sibling rivalry, which gives opportunities for problem solving. So as a family eats together, then we have a circle opportunity to allow everyone to share something and to be heard fairly. Speaking of sibling rivalry, I've realized that with these new homebound circumstances we find ourselves in, the importance of a sibling rivalry program that's been missing from our parent training programs. So teaching parents how to engage our students with social and emotional learning should be a new priority for BEAR. Our newest program at BEAR is Honor the Brand. It uses the logo and mascot of the local school and incorporating it into it. Icons such as this one and this one for the Westminster Lions. This new program is a community-wide collaborative within the high schools, enhancing sports programs with the students who are not so sports-minded, bringing camaraderie within the school between teachers, students, and administrators. Now, the excitement of the program will be strengthened by the community engagement. So imagine when the athletes of the football team are able to build relationships with students who don't even know how football is played, yet the seats are filled to capacity on game day. And imagine when the athletes attend the school drama play because they learn the power of self-awareness and they're no longer teasing each other about being soft by liking drama or dance. And what if the chess club finds a growing audience because the other students are learning the fun of problem solving? Students who attend the same school will know each other at first glance, and they'll talk to each other outside school because they are the lions or the tigers, the mighty, mighty tigers. The camaraderie will grow when social awareness grows. And you see, together we will see students and schools strengthen. In 2010, 33 students killed themselves after extended periods of bullying. That's why I started BEAR, to provide programs to help students and parents. Why did any one of these have to happen? And where were the signs that were missed? Proactive family circles, I believe, can help provide the opportunity to see the signs. Helping parents know how to connect to protect their children through social interactions, through those SEL competencies, is the basis of the book I am writing. I'm confident there are many ways that BEAR can enhance their programs, but these are the ways that I have identified. They can include all SEL competencies in all of the programs. We'll make sure that can be done. We'll include online courses and videos because we have parents who are at home with their children more than they're at school at this point. We want to be sure that professional development for educators focuses on restorative practices with circling and conferencing, beginning with the educators being self-aware for their own purposes. Self-care is so important. And then including sibling rivalry and SEL engagement for parent training. The book will be most helpful in that. And include suicide prevention hotline information because I realized that that was a missing component, and provide parent training so that they can see those moments of sadness that might lead to suicide. We've got to help our parents pay attention to the health and well-being of their students. Families, students, educators, we all go through hard times, yet we can remind them of this important truth. You are stronger than you.